Okay everybody, I'm going to show you how you can start recording music videos on a budget and get the highest quality possible in 4K video. Alright, for the gear that I used, this is the ultimate system I think on a budget, and this is what I used. One Fuji X-T3. You could use an X-T4, but that costs more money, but it does have an IBIS stabilization system in it. I used an 18 to 135 lens and a 15 to 45 lens. I recorded my footage on a Atomos Ninja V external recorder and monitor, and I had a 1 terabyte SSD drive hooked up to that Atomos Ninja V that recorded all my media onto that SSD drive. Makes it much easier and much cheaper than buying SD cards. Number 4, you're going to need a sturdy tripod for some of those shots where you don't want any camera movement whatsoever. Number 5, a gimbal camera stabilizer, like the DJI RS2 3-axis gimbal stabilizer for DSLRs. This is a great system. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it works great. Number 6, an Anker PowerCore 26800 PD 45 watts. This unit I use to power my Fuji X-T3 instead of using and relying on the internal batteries that Fuji takes. Those only last about 20 or 30 minutes tops recording 4K. So I hook up the Anker PowerCore to that camera and it allows me about 8 hours of use, which comes in really handy. It's great. Also, finally, number 7, I use Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Media Encoder to edit and do post-production to my footage. Okay, so if you're ready, let's get started. I'll show you really quick on how easily you can do this. Alright everybody, so I'm going to show you a little example. I'm not going to do the entire song, but I'm going to show you what you can do, how you can add some B-rolls, and how this works with Adobe Premiere Pro, just to give you a feel, to get you started. And also you should be a little bit familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so first thing that we're going to start off is we're going to go to our a song. You want to have a studio recorded track, or you could record the music video live if you like, but I'm going to show you how to do this when you already had a studio track. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our studio track and we're going to place it right here on the first line, and this is our song, how it starts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first part where he does his guitar, and also where he sings as well. So we're going to use some B-rolls too, but what we're going to do is we're going to use some B-rolls in the beginning of the song. So what we'll do is we'll come here and we'll start it right over here, and maybe bring here and go this way. We'll bring all this footage right here, and we don't want the audio, so, and what we're going to do is we're going to place this right over here. And so the music video will start like this. Okay, so now that we got the first few strums of the song here, I'm going to probably cut right over there because we're not going to have the whole thing in there. And so we do want some of the strumming of the guitar, so maybe we'll do this as a close-up. We'll start this off as a close-up, and then, you know, we could, so like when I record a music video, I record many different angles and of that same song. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the audio with the video, and we're going to place this right over here. Okay, and the reason for that is we're going to synchronize it. So what we do is we click on our video footage and then hold the shift key down and click on the audio track, studio audio track, and then we're going to click on synchronize right here, and then we click audio right there. So that's where that would be synchronized, right over there. Now that's okay. We're going to cut it right there. Excuse me. We're going to cut this right over here where this ends. Get rid of that, and so it'll look something like this. So we're going to fix the footage over here, bring this to 100%. And so we have both the audio from the studio track and the video we recorded, but we're not going to keep that one. We're just going to keep the studio track. But we're only using this to synchronize the audio. Okay, so now that we got some close-up of the guitar strumming, and we might want to just even get closer and go here and then zoom in, maybe make it more interesting right there. Go like that and get more of a... Okay, stop. Okay, so we have that. So we're going to stop it right here. So right around there. We're not going to use any more of that. Okay, so let's go to this part. And we're going to place this over here. And we're going to, again, we're going to synchronize this over there. So we're going to get rid of this. We don't need this before this here. And then we're going to get rid of this so it'll cut in this way. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to cut over here, and we're going to add yet another track. So we can cut to another scene. We're going to synchronize that as well. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the junk that we don't need. So we're going to get rid of that. And by the way, this is on top, this video is on top of this clip. The one that's at the highest point, which is on top of the other, the one that's at the very top is the one that's going to play, unless you tell it not to view that. So when you render your video, what's on the top is going to play, so you need to make cuts and you have blank spaces, and you'll see what I mean, what I'm talking about when I get more into this. So this, like I said, we have this cut that comes into the guitar, and then we're going to have another scene. So now we could cut here. So we're going to cut this. We don't need this over here. So this is going to go here to here. And then we're going to go back down. We're going to close this out so we can see what's going on here. And then we're going to go back to here. But instead of using this, we're going to use some of this. So let's go way up here. Let's see if we can synchronize this. Bring that on the top. Okay, so that's synchronized. So we're going to cut this because we're not going to use any of this. And then we'll start here. Okay, so how this will go is it'll be like this. Okay, so we're going to cut here. I'm not going to use this or this. Now, there's another scene where we can get, where is it? It's going to be over here. No, this is good right here. All right. So, now that we have this part right here, now we can close this out and let this show up again, but we're not going to use that one. We'll go way back to this scene. So we're going to start from here and go to here. Okay, so we're going to cut here, get rid of this, get rid of this, and then keep this part. Okay, so right over here, okay, so this is the footage that we're keeping, so we're going to get rid of this, and maybe go to the top. Okay, so we'll cut here. And then maybe go back here. Okay, or we could have keeping this. I think we'll go to this one. Okay, and so we're going to get rid of these two. And then maybe we'll go here. Okay, so that'll be the end of our music video. And the rest we'll get rid of. And this is, like I said, just an example. So as we have our music videos, you can see it goes up and down everywhere it plays. Now we can add some B-rolls as we go along. So we can go in. So what we're going to do here is first we're going to unlink the audio. We don't need the audio from the video we recorded. So this would look like this. Excuse me. You have to unlink this. So what we're going to do is we'll get rid of that. Okay, so that's our music video. Like I said, you can add B-rolls into it of different things that we got in there. So let's say that we wanted to see how this image is a little bit unstable, how it's moving it there. I didn't mind there because I knew I was going to use some B-rolls in that area anyway. But I could have stabilized it as well. But when I recorded this music video, I did it very differently, but it's a lot more complex, and I'm just showing you an easier way to do it. So what we'll do is right here, we'll start off at the unstable part, and we'll mark to there. And what we'll do is we'll just put it there like this. What we're going to do is we're going to shut this off, so we can see when this stops being unstable. So right here, right over here, we'll stop it because we want to actually show him singing. So it'll look something like this. So now, if we want to use just like one more B-roll, we could do it like right over here at this point, and we'll show something maybe like this. We'll just get a little bit of movement like that. Not a big deal. So what we'll do is we'll cut it there and let it show just for a couple seconds. Don't need a lot. Remember, like I said, everything that goes on top is going to be dominant and show over the other footage. So usually what I do is, to make it easy on the processing for rendering, is I get rid of the video underneath that I don't want, that I'm not going to show anyway. So it'll look like this. So there you have it. Very simple to do. Now obviously you need to make color corrections and stuff like this. Assuming you know how to do that. That's what I did. I made a lot of... you don't have to be perfect, but you want to try to get your footage as perfect as possible. So what I do is I'm going to show you how I do this. I do it with luminosity color. And I want to fix the temperature, exposure, and all that stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is fix the exposure real quick. And I'm going to bring it up, okay, to about there. Now I don't want too much highlights because I don't want stuff blowing out. So I'm going to bring down the highlights right there. And then I'm going to get rid of the shadows so it looks a lot more fuller. Let's get rid of the highlights over there. And then we're going to move the temperature to a warmer temperature to look normal. And then we want to put some contrast into that too as well. So we want some contrast there. So we have that. And so what I'm going to do is, so I don't have to do this again, I left click on this, then right click and click copy. And then I go over my footage and I click paste, and it fixes the scene just like that. Now this is a different scene, so I'm going to have to do that from scratch over here and fix that really quick. So this is like fairly easy to do. I'm going to bring up the exposure just a little bit. So now everything is all color corrected. I'll go through real quick so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what we got for a music video. Part of it anyway, but that shows you really quick in a pinch how you can create your music video. First you have to actually record it. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this out. I'll show you how I export it. I click on export, and then what I do is I go down to my tutorial here. So let's see here, and we're just going to name this tutorial. Now what I do for my settings is I render it. I have these presets that I set there, but this is what it is. It's 4K 30 frames per second. I have render at maximum depth. Make sure you use maximum render quality. Scroll down to here, and the CBR, the rendering encoder, usually will be default for one pass here, but I bring it to CBR for nice smooth flow. And I bring this up to maybe 150 bit rate. And that'll give you a fairly good rendering. Now you could export it this way, or you could query into Media Encoder, and that's what I use because it's much faster. So this is how I actually export my video, and you can run through your footage like this. So this is the footage that would be rendered. So that's in a pinch how you can post-production your music video. And if you like this video, please click like and subscribe, because I'll have more stuff. And also, if you are subscribed to my channel, it gives you the privilege of actually emailing me if you like and ask questions, and I would be happy to answer all your questions if you have any questions that was not covered in this video. Thank you for watching.